In the news, President Tinubu meets with Dangote, Rabiu, Elumelu, others looking for additional efforts. Kogi government has evolved long-term strategies to solve current economic challenges. An Air Force man set himself on fire outside Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. And in sports, Liverpool wins 2023-2024 Carabao Cup with a Virgil van Dijk extra time goal against Chelsea at Wembley. And this is the MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Ayoade Sadiq. President Bola Tinubu have met with private sector leaders to discuss the cost of living crisis in the country and efforts to address the problem. Those at the meeting include African richest man and owner of Dangote Industries, Aliko Dangote, industrialist Abdulsamad Rabiu, and banker Tony Elumelu. The meeting, held at the Presidential Villa Abuja, discussed the economic, food security and security of the nation. Dangote told journalists after the meeting. According to an official transcript of the meeting, Tinubu told his guests that his government was looking for additional efforts that could help poor Nigerians in this difficult period. Speaking at the end of the meeting, Elumelu said implementing the decisions arrived at will help propel the economy. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has felicitated with the management and staff of Punch, publisher of the Punch newspaper and online, on the 50th anniversary celebration of its founding, which is celebrated this year as the anniversary originally coincided with the country's general election in March 2023. Governor Ododo commended the management of the Punch for its leadership role in promoting ethics in journalism and for its outstanding contributions to the survival of democracy and development of Nigeria through half a century of holding government to account and mobilizing the people through education and sensitization to support policies and programs of government over the years. He called for the continued collaboration between the government and the media to deepen democracy and deliver good governance to the people of the country. It was jubilation gala at the office of Secretary to Kogi State Government at the state capital Lokoja as the staff celebrated the reappointment of Dr. Folashade Ayoade as the SSG and the retirement of Elias Abimaje after his meritorious service years in the state civil service. Staff dignitaries and government officials at the event commended Dr. Folashade and Elias for their commitment to duty. They admonished the people to emulate their good conduct to service and humanity. Our reporter tells us more. A good turn deserves another. It was a great splendid moment of celebration as civil servants, people from different walks of life, and political figures trooped out to celebrate the reappointment of the Secretary to the State Government of Kogi, Dr. Folashade Ayoade, and the retirement of the Chief Executive Officer of the SSG office, Abimaje Elias.
Shall we all rise as we welcome the Secretary to the State Government by the special grace of God, Dr. Mrs. Folashade Ayoade.
A senior admin officer at the SSG office, Victor Carabao, and Assistant Director Local Government Service Commission, Rachel Darnell, commended Elias' diligence to work is worth emulation.
When we talk about the man that just retired from service, I have worked very closely with him for the past 2 to 3 years in this place. I can tell you categorically, without any fear or favor, without any contradiction, that Mr. Abimaje is a very wonderful man, he's a very nice man, a workaholic. When I say workaholic, a very hard-working man by all standards, very committed and dedicated to duty. Anytime duty calls, even on Saturday, Mr. Abimaje is ready to work. When he came and became the head of the registry, he reorganized that place, changed the dynamics, and from then everything has been very perfect.
Oh yeah, I know as a staff here, and he has a very cool demeanor. He's a very easygoing person.
They also give accolades to Dr. Folashade for her hard work and good relationship with junior staffs and the general public.
Learned a lot from that woman. She's a very diligent, very meticulous, hardworking, intelligent, and devoted to any assignment that is being committed to her. The two of them, Mr. Abmaji and the SSG doctor, Mrs. Ayoade, they are God-fearing people.
He's a one-of-this person, and if you are a hard worker and your boss is a harder worker, and you know the stickler for truth at all times, you try to learn that, and then you have a good relationship, a working relationship, even an informal relationship is what I have done.
For Elias Abimaje, it was a coincidental double joy as he sent forth from service, who was his 60th birthday same day. He advised junior civil servants to cooperate with their superior to foster quality results.
My advice to the order that are behind me is to cooperate with their senior men. Once you have a good relationship with your pamphlet, directors, even your senior in the office, you will enjoy yourself throughout your service. But when you don't have cooperation with the senior, those behind you too will not recognize you as you are not recognize your senior. So I'm advising to my junior one to stick against to their senior one so that the people behind them too will follow their footsteps.
Dr. Folashade commended Elias as a man who performed his duty well. She promised to be more committed to her work and advised all the staff to be diligent at work.
He's been very, very active on service, and I really wish him well. Of course, more commitment to my work, diligence as usual, and of course, loyalty, more of the loyalty that I gave my boss, the state leader, Alhaji Yaya Bello. I expect to give more to His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed Usman. Advise the staff to be more diligent in their work, and of course, when they are diligent, they will gain a lot, because even heaven will record their diligence and the reward will come even while they are on earth.
His comedian present at the appreciation and send forth ceremonies such as St. Moscow and Shegedudu crack up people's ribs.
The present Palm Sec, I'd like to tell you, sir, don't be carried away by that name. You are not permanent.
While dignitaries, staffs, and other well-wishers took turn on the dance floor to jubilate with Dr. Folashade and Elias Abimaje as the live band's eccentric melody thrills people to forget their problems. I am Abiodun Sadiq, reporting for MLC TV. The management of Malachite Television has visited Kogi State Head of Service, Pastor Elijah Eveneme, to congratulate him on his well-deserved appointment. The Chief Executive Officer of BAVON Communications Limited, proprietors of the online television station and Sharon Radio, Avoy Nwogu, who led the team on the visit, said she has no doubt in the ability of Pastor Elijah at bringing the desired results and making life more better for civil servants in the state. Avoy noted that the online television station has been up and doing at informing the public rightly, seeking collaboration with the Office of the State Head of Service to enable the station perform better.
And the moment you see youth coming in like this, the best way to have them busy with their mind is to direct them in the path that they will follow. Because if you leave them, that's when the idle mind becomes the devil's workshop. So I took it upon myself, I began to train them, and some of them decided to stay and work for the growth of the television station. As SSA to the Governor of the Electronic Media then, I looked around, what can I really offer to justify the office being appointed. I decided to train many of them on camera and ENG editing, and today We have many of them from school. During that COVID-19 break, I trained more than 20 of them. And they are expecting home today. They are doing little skits and they are making money. And for us to identify with you, we know we can actually make progress. It might not come in terms of money, but because you are here and the time of exposure that we need, so that people will know we are here in the state and we're here to make the business flourish and to make impact and to also announce to the world what we are doing in Kogi State. Passionately, I've been doing it to project the state and the government, and I pray to grow. So for us to grow, we need you. We need other ministry, but we need you the most. Because with you, we will go far. So that's why I am here to beg you to please support us. Partner with us. We might not be on DSTV now, but we know our news is going viral. As you are partnering with us in your office, individually, if you have events, even at home, please call us. We are there for you. We are not expensive at all. We are not expensive. We'll do it. What we need is just a push and encourage us, and we'll do better.
In his response, the Kogi State Head of Service, Pastor Elijah Emenemi, commended MLC TV for being professional in her reportage so far and encouraged the management and staff to keep up the good job. Pastor Elijah promised collaboration with the online TV at projecting the activities of the office to the people of the state and to the world at large.
So again, civil service, our service to called civil service. And there's need for us to coordinate whatever we're doing in collaboration with other agencies. From available to financial. If we have opportunity, I want to say that if we're doing a good job, at least propagating the image of the state. Some of the things I have seen in the film. I want to appreciate you, welcome you, and I do with all of you, those of you that will have programs that we need to cover. Put on there. So let's start. Don't say it's not big. They will start small before it comes big. I mean, so they'll help you to put it on there. So either you as your family or association or groups, so to be done perfectly. And they have good hands. So I know her very much, very well. Before she knows me. Yes. She will not be aware why she was in AIT. So I want to thank you very much, and I don't want to take much of your time. So already these are my team members, so we continue to work together. So God bless you.
The head of service also promised to live up to expectations in the discharge of his duties to civil servants in the conflict state and called for their cooperation. The Secretary to the Kogi State Government, in appreciation to Almighty God, has stretched her hand of love through her foundation Folashade Ayoade initiative to orphanage homes and widows in Lokoja, the state capital of Kogi. Ayoade led a team known as Mama Cabinet Team, Stand Up for Women Society, and dignitaries to present different food items to Stargi, Reappointment, and Ministry of Mercy Orphanage Homes, respectively. Our reporter has more details. A quote by Dr. Loretta Scott says, "We can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone." Sequel to the quote, Dr. Folashade Ayoade has once again looked toward the vulnerable as a culture anytime she has something to celebrate, as she presents food items and toiletries to orphanage homes in Lokoja, Kogi State. At the Reappointment Orphanage Home, she announced her intentions to build a home for widows, orphans, and the elderly, which she hoped to be commissioned at her 60th birthday in 2025 in Lokoja.
I'll build a place for widows, for orphans, and for the elderly. There are some elders that their children, maybe because they can't afford to feed them, we will put them there and we will take care of them, you know. And by the grace of God, by the time I'm 60, August 27, 2025, by the grace of God, we will commission that home.
Mudupe Awoni, the proprietress of Rehoboth Children's Home, Clara Owoshagba, the matron of Stargi Orphanage Home, and Monday Alidu, the coordinator of Ministry of Mercy Orphanage Home, respectively appreciated and prayed for Dr. Folashade for her consistent in helping the less privileged.
SSG decided to visit us and to show us some generosity, and I'm really grateful. In fact, it's overwhelming. I didn't expect this, and I pray they will succeed. Mommy come around to see us, to bless us with gift and all that. She's a mother that has a large heart, and she has compassion for the children, most especially the less privileged. And we pray that God will bless her in return and grant her all her desires.
Thank you for all that you have come to do today again. We cannot just stand here to mention all that you have been all this while to us. The only thing that we have to give in return is our prayers. God knows your heart desires. He knows those that will glorify His name, and He will surely meet you at the point of your needs.
The immediate past special advisor for Governor Yahaya Bello on concept and actualization, Iretilola Ojekwa, thanked God for Dr. Folashade for her years in serving the state government.
And this will be the third one. We have come in company of the SSG of Kogi State to praise God on her behalf for spending 8 years successfully as the SSG under Alhaji Yahaya.
Thereafter, Dr. Folashade distributed cash gifts and food items to widows at her state house residence in Lokoja.
Comfort Bamidele.
Alhaji Usman Ahmed Ododo said I should continue with him. It is because of you. I need to let you know that I'm here standing because of you. And I want to assure you that you will not suffer in life. Your tears have come to an end.
Wife of the Speaker of Kogi State House of Assembly, Umar Yusuf, wife of the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Moiz Abdullahi, and wife of the Deputy Candidate of SDP Abenemi and Stand Up for Women Society President, Muslimat, were present at the event to support Dr. Folashade's show of love to the vulnerable. Men and women who accomplished are also donate money to the different orphanage homes. I am Abiodun Sadiq, reporting for MLC TV. The management of Malachite MLC TV, led by its Chief Executive Officer of BAVON Communication Limited, Avoy Unwogu, has paid a courtesy visit to the Chief Medical Director, Professor Solomon Avidemi, and management of Reference Hospital in Okene, Kogi State. Avoy, in a speech, commended the management staff of the Reference Hospital for the great work carried out in delivering quality medical service to the people of Kogi and beyond. Professor Solomon, while speaking, promised to partner with the media organization to further promote and disseminate information as regards the world-class services the hospital presently offers. He called for international patronage. Join our reporter for more details. In projecting objective reporting and promoting the right image of organization and the society at large, the Chief Executive Officer of BAVON Communications Limited, proprietors of the online television station and Sharon Radio, Avoy Unwogu, in a courtesy visit to the management of the Reference Hospital, stated why medical service needs to disseminate information and promote their services through media.
BAVON Communication, we are ready to partner with you to project you better. I know we've been doing that projection, but we can do it even better. We know that hospitals don't have news all the time, but once in a while you need to release your press statements, you need to make some clarification, you need to make people understand what you offer. And so I'm sure when you need such, we'll be there for you. Malachite Television, we are not limited to only Lokoja. We go many places. He has traveled a lot to cover events. If it's on corporate level or individuals, even if you have weddings or birthdays or even burial stuff, many things, we cover them and we project them for news. The way we do our news, when you watch our news, you know that we are not just gathering people, but we are professionals doing our jobs. Our news is these things, just like you watch BBC, you watch TVC, you watch Channels Television, you watch AIT, where I was coming from. So we don't just cover you and just throw it there. We are able to help you manage it well, to project you, because we are image maker.
In response, Chief Medical Director Professor Solomon acknowledged the great work of AVOI in the media space and assured of quality partnership with MLC TV to foster bilateral growth.
I'm glad to have you here, and I'm also glad for what you've been doing as a professional in the media industry, and then haven't had time also to have a lieutenant. More than one, you've trained more than one lieutenant, like you mentioned, and you're not just projecting Ibira and Kogi, you're projecting the entire nation. So I want to thank you for what you're doing. Yes, you are in the main environment. The media space is divided by men who owns mega stations. But it's okay, for every 1,000 miles you begin with a step. And I'm sure with the way you're going, you surely get to the top. I've had cause to also listen to your news. I've followed your stations, and I've seen the professionalism that is brought to bear in terms of the news item, in terms of the picture mix. And I'm glad, and I don't expect less from a seasoned professional like you. So I want to thank you for again what you have done for the middle past government and what you are going to do for the government that has already taken off. So reference also is actually available to partner with you and then to ensure that we are also on the world map of healthcare facility. Because this hospital I stand is an international hospital, it's in Okene, and it's also projecting our own community, because it's one of its kind, and this is one of GYB's signature of many that we have done. So this is us, reference of Okene, was built and then commissioned as December 2022, and then it commences operation sometimes around April 2023. First managed by private partnership with government, but later government has taken over. And then I came in August, and we have moved from glory to glory. We will like to use your media space to project our hospital so that people around the world, all over the world, can hear of us and also come here to access care.
Professor Solomon also urged members of the public to be conscious of their health and patronize the reference hospital for medical issues, as it has been made affordable for the masses. MLC TV crew took a tour to explore and inspect the ultra-modern medical facilities like the radiology, where we have the ultrasound room, the digital mammo room, the chemical pathology, where we have automated biochemistry analyzer, ammonia machine, and many more.
This mammo room, and this is the mammo man. It's for every woman to check their breast. That's what it's for breast exam. It's for breast examination and to screen for breast cancer.
This is chemical pathology, the order of medical laboratory science. Here we have our ELISA machine. One of the very few places where you can get the ELISA machine. So apart from doing routine screening tests, we use this machine for a variety of things, for HIV screening, hepatitis B and others, especially when it involves blood transfusion cases. The machine is very delicate to that. We also have an hormonal machine, literally because we are blessed in reference hospital. The governor did us well, and we have two. We have one, and the other one serving as a backup system for us. Automated biochemistry analyzer. Literally, we do all clinical chemistry tests, ranging from LFT, lipid profile, kidney function test, all calcium, protein, everything. Then we have another machine here that serves as a backup when the workload is too much for the automated and semi-automated machine. Then literally we have our water bath, our storage facility, then we distill our water here too.
This microbiology laboratory. So we carry out so many tests here. Urine culture, HBS, which is high vaginal swab, semen analysis, or urethral swab. We also carry it out here, blood culture, then sensitivity. Most of the work being done is microbiology. So we culture, we identify, we also isolate. We also do our medical tests to identify the brain organism. Then we now subject it to some of the drugs.
I am Abiodun Sadiq, reporting for MLC TV. We go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Malachi TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV. With entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. The Nigerian Guild of Editors has commended the Kogi state government for its massive infrastructure development across the state, as well as in the health and education sectors. The editors gave the commendation during a tour of some of the projects in Lokoja and Kogi Central initiated and completed by the administration of the immediate past Governor Yahaya Bello. The president of the Nigerian Guild of Editors, Eze Anaba, who briefed journalists at the end of the project tour, specifically said, from what they have witnessed, the former governor had left a legacy worthy of emulation in critical sectors. Our reporter tells us more.
The Guild of Editors, who arrived in Lokoja for its standing committee meeting with about 40 editors across the print, electronic and online media, used the opportunity to inspect some of the projects executed by the past administration in the state. First, they inspected the Muhammad Buhari Square, then GYB Model Science Secondary School, and the GYB Overhead Bridge, all within the state capital, Lokoja. They were impressed that the current governor of the state, Usman Ododo, has promised to consolidate on the good work of his predecessor.
And Kogi will be in the forefront of producing future scientists, technologists that will help our country to lessen the dependence on other nations.
The editors declared that they were highly impressed at what they saw.
We have an enlarged roundabout under of about 12 meters width. 4 vehicles can traverse simultaneously.
But I heard somebody said that money was actually saved.
Yes, saved.
So can you tell us how money was saved?
Yes, the initial design was about 4.6 billion. Then when it was awarded work started, it was suspended. But the project was suspended again. Then the consultant has to save about 1.9 billion, reducing the scope of work.
They change contractor?
No, reduce the scope of work.
Okay, the scope of work
yes.
reduced.
And we're still having what we have.
And then you still had what you had,
yes.
And you saved 1.9 billion.
Yes.
And I think it's also instructive to note that we did this during the COVID year.
Yes.
You know, why the entire country was locked down, we were busy turning Kogi to a construction hub. And we were able to achieve this and many of the projects that we are able to do.
The team of the Guild of Editors moved to Kogi Central to inspect the most talked about reference hospital, which is described as the Health Revolution Center that could serve the state, Nigeria, and the international community at large. On arrival of the team, the Chief Medical Director of the hospital, Professor Solomon Avidime, together with the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Abdulaziz Adams, took them through the nook and cranny of the hospital, reeled out the latest medical equipment available to deliver the world-class health service care.
We're glad to have you at Reference Hospital. This facility is one of the GYB signature. Yes, as you see it, beautiful outside, beautiful inside. If you have the time, it would be nice to actually take you around. But just for the briefs, so that you can also get what we are doing. Where we are is the ground floor that houses the outpatient department on one arm, and on the other side we have about 11 consulting rooms, all ensuite at this point, and each consulting room has a computer. The entire system is electronic based, so we work on the electronic medical record system. Yes, you can say that. We have on the other side the renal center that has the dialysis unit. The dialysis unit has about 6 machines at a go. That means that 6 persons can be dialyzed at a go. And at the tail end is the diagnostic unit that houses about 4 laboratory departments: hematology, chemical pathology, pathology, and microbiology. And then we have the unit that does the radiology, digital, the x-rays and the mammogram, as well as the ultrasound scan. They are latest of equipment that you can find, many of them debuting in Nigeria for the very first time. On the other wing is the emergency unit. We have 2 emergency rooms equipped with a theater. The emergency unit has its own theater attached. The entire complex has about 4 theaters, one in the ground floor, handling the emergency. When you move up, you go to the obstetric unit. There's an obstetric theater. When you move further, you go to the general surgery unit. There are twin theaters there. All of them beautiful, equipped. You can't find this type in Nigeria.
And again, we also have now the state-owned health insurance agency that civil servants have keyed in. It will also help in reducing out-of-pocket payments for people of the state. Yes.
In his reaction, the President Guild of Editors with his team were impressed. They said it could become a medical tourism in Nigeria. He said recently, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Dr. Olayemi Kadoso, said apart from students who study abroad, medical trips embarked on by Nigerians have also contributed to the increase in the exchange rate between the naira and dollar. And if Nigerians could patronize the reference hospital, it will save this country a lot of money and help to put the economy in good shape.
From what the doctors have told me and from what I saw, it's been hugely impressive. The MRI machine, the other laboratory equipment, very, very impressive. And I have to commend the Kogi State government for making this available. And I also suggest that people should put this to test. Recently, the CBN governor told the whole world that medical tourism alone is costing this country fortunes. So if people test and try this, I'm sure it will save this country a lot of money.
The president, Eze Anaba, said the immediate past administration has left a legacy worthy of emulation. He appealed to the current administration to consolidate the good work of the immediate past governor of the state because he has done a lot in education, health, and infrastructure development, and such achievements should be sustained by the present administration.
They say government is a continuum, and I will advise the current government, governor, to follow the footsteps of his predecessor. And it's only in that way that the citizenry will benefit, the Kogi state will continue to grow.
Anaba said from a layman's perspective and from what the doctors have told them and seen with their eyes, it is hugely impressive. The MRI machine and other laboratory equipment are very impressive. The Commissioner for Information in Kogi State, Kingsley Fanwo, his health counterpart, Dr. Adams Abdulaziz, and the Chief Medical Director, Professor Solomon Avidime, thanked the editors for finding time to inspect the projects and encourage them to tell Nigerians exactly what they saw.
This edifice is here to serve not just the people of Kogi State, but entire Nigerians. I also want to tell us that this edifice standing behind us here today is not the only edifice for health in Kogi State. The government of Alhaji Adoza Bello embarked on 6 of these projects, even though this is the largest. 2 stands in each of the senatorial districts. We have one ultramodern hospital in Yegubeki, an ultramodern hospital in Isonlu, which serves the western flank. And in the eastern flank, we have the newly built, newly equipped, and newly structured Prince Ayoade University Teaching Hospital, and the well-renovated, well-equipped Ida Zonal Hospital serving the eastern flank. And in the central, we have this facility behind us. We also have that serving the state capital in Lokoja, which is the Kogi State Specialist Hospital. You pass through it today. It was newly renovated, well-equipped, having its own standalone administrative building, so that the hospital complex will serve principally as a clinical complex, whereas the staff moves to the administrative structure. So all these structures, like I've just listed, will serve the country entirely.
Built by His Excellency GYB and also being maintained by His Excellency Ahmed Usman Ododo. This is very significant to us because many people are living in disbelief, not understanding what we have here. And I think it is only the press that can bring this to the world, that you have come, you have seen, and it is real, that the reference of Okene is world-class and is serving its purpose, being a tertiary health institution built by the government of Kogi State, meant to not to serve only the indigene, but to serve as a tourist center for medical tourists who want to actually get medical care. So this is one, and we're glad that it is here. And then I'm glad that it is the important thing for us that you hear, you can project this to the entire country, and then many people outside the country who are following the stations can see for themselves that it is not a make-believe, but it is true, and it is here and they're functional.
The team also visited the Confluence University of Science and Technology, Osara. They commended the former governor for investing so much on education.
I have it, CCTV everywhere. Even in the classroom, when teachers are lecturing, I can listen to them real life. Listen to them, monitor them. So, even on my phone at home, I can do that. Because of our confluence nature, we have River Benue and River Niger, and we are privileged to host National Inland Waterways, NIWA, headquarters in Abuja. So we are going to collaborate with them to establish marine engineering. So, also, we've added again materials and metallurgical engineering because of Ajakuta Steel Company. And Itapi. So this is that's why I call them need driven. We are fast growing and we are not compromising standard at all.
Well, the impressive thing about here, apart from the impressive environment, is the fact that you are really training, and I hope what you've just told us will stand, because that is the future. What you are teaching here is what Nigeria needs. So hopefully the future and the strength and the progress of Nigeria in terms of technology, in terms of IT, could start from here.
Due to the editor's tight schedule to meet up with their meetings, they could not visit Kogi West and the East to inspect other legacies projects, which included the prototype of the GYB Model Secondary School and the recent commissioned Kogi State University, Kaba, hospitals and road networks across the state. Khadijat Mohammed reporting for MLC TV.
Kogi State Auditor General for Local Government Yakubu Seyaka says the state government has evolved systematic strategies to solve emerging economic issues affecting livelihood amongst the people of the state. Yakubu made this known while addressing the people of Okaito, Okene local government area of Kogi State. He revealed that the proposed economic intervention program would be executed in phases, adding that the recent distribution of trucks of rice was just to provide immediate and short-term relief to address the effects of soaring food prices caused by inflation. He said that Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has been very proactive in taking realistic steps to stem the current tides of economic hardship in the state. To address food shortage, he has met with the farmers' associations where modalities to distribute subsidized farm input was discussed. He added that Ahmed Ododo administration adopt an open-door policy to accept constructive ideas that would lead to the sustenance of the development of the state. The national body of the Stand Up for Women Society frowns at the federal government delay to slash the cost of consumable and non-consumable commodities in the market. The group, through a national public relations officer, Liberator Billy Nwogu, noted in a statement signed by their international president, Barrister Deborah Ijadele Adetona, and released to journalists that many people are already going through lots of hardship to be able to feed at least once a day. Barrister Deborah Ijadele Adetona, who expressed her concern, stated that our society has gone to many indigent homes to support them, but with the look of things, if nothing is done urgently to intervene, people will begin to die of hunger and starvation because those who are working cannot boast of their salaries to sustain them through the mouth, and those who labored could hardly sustain themselves due to lack of patronage. She added that the federal and state government need to form a force that will help to reach out to major marketers of goods and commodities to reduce their price by at least 50%. The SWS appealed to security agents to double their effort to protect the good citizens of our country to reduce crimes and criminalities across the nation of Nigeria, because some hid under the canopy of too much hardship in the country to cause mayhem on the people. Barrister Deborah commended the establishment of the National Commodity Board and urged the federal government to empower them to switch into immediate action by introducing a price control policy, as well as arrest and prosecute any traders and major marketers going against the policies. And on the foreign scene, a man has set himself on fire in front of the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C., U.S. Emergency Services says. The incident happened at about 13 o'clock local time, 18 GMT on Sunday. Officers from the U.S. Secret Service extinguished the flames before the man was taken to hospital with critical life-threatening injuries, the city's fire department reported.
I am an active duty member of the United States Air Force, and I will no longer be complicit in genocide. I'm about to engage in an extreme act of protest, but compared to what people have been experiencing in Palestine at the hands of their colonizers, it's not extreme at all. This is what our ruling class has decided will be normal.
The Washington Police Department is now investigating alongside Secret Service and other relevant authorities. In a statement, police in the U.S. capital said the incident happened at the 3500 block of International Drive NW at approximately 1 o'clock p.m. and that officials were dispatched to assist the United States Secret Services after an individual set themselves on fire in front of an embassy in the block. The statement added that an adult male was then taken to hospital where he remained in critical condition. A bomb disposal unit was sent to the site over concern about a suspicious vehicle that could have been connected to the individual. This was later declared safe after no hazardous material were found. And on sport, Chelsea were defeated 1-0 after extra time in Sunday's Carabao Cup final at Wembley Stadium following Virgil van Dijk's late winner for Liverpool in the showpiece final. Liverpool have been crowned the winners of the 2023-2024 Carabao Cup after a 1-0 victory over Chelsea in extra time at Wembley on Sunday afternoon. It was Liverpool's first trophy following club's bombshell announcement that he will step down at the end of this season. Mauricio Pochettino's first final as Chelsea boss, the Argentine kept faith with team that recorded a point away at Man City 8 days earlier. On a sad note, the Director General, Government House Administration Lokoja, Dr. Umar Shuaibu Richard, has mourned the passing of Hamza Ameru, a former lawmaker at the Kogi State House of Assembly between 2003 to 2007. His death occurred in Lokoja, the state capital. Dr. Umar Oricha has sent his consolation message to the Amerus, urging them to have more faith in Almighty Allah than ever before at this grieving moment. He said the family should know that no words of consolation will be enough to erase the loss of their brother, uncle, and husband, who was a pillar that family rested on. He has told the disease as one of the finest lawmakers to have come from the central and also a community leader in Ibira land, who tenaciously held on to the good values that the Ibiras are generally known for. He summed up his condolence messages to the Amerus that only Almighty Allah will give them the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss of Hamza Ameru. The deceased was buried according to Islamic rite at his hometown located in Ageva, Okene local government area, Kogi state. May his soul rest in Ajana Firdaus. And that is the size of our news package. If you like what we are doing, do support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV. Like and follow our Facebook pages, MLC TV, MLC TV2, MLC TV Yoruba, and Ibira Vabe, MLC TV. Instagram, MLC TV 2021, X handle, Malachi TV, and TikTok, Malachite_TV. For your event coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contributions, comments, and advert placement or sponsorship, please call or send SMS to any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join Malachi TV online on weekends to watch our various programs. Saturday, 7 p.m., Political Arena. Sunday, 6 p.m., Women's Ward, and Monday, 9 a.m., The Opinion. It is Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please be your brother's keepers to build a happier and better society together. I am Abiodun Sadiq.